everybody, and welcome to Savagely Delightful, a podcast exposing the schadenfreude nature in all of us. Each week, your co-hosts John and Chrissy will be coming at you with different stories of people making the kind of dumb mistakes that we all just love to hear about.
What's up, everyone? I'm John.
And I'm Chrissy.
And welcome back to Savagely Delightful.
Episode 37.
Yeah. Today, we don't really have a lot of updates, do we?
Nope. Just that we need a weekend from our weekend.
That is true. I did go to the ER.
That he did.
Okay, so we have an update. I went to the ER.
Today John fucked up.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay,
No, not today. It was Saturday.
Yes, we went to a wedding shower, and we were helping these people out, letting them use our grill. And so we brought the grill back to our house in this truck, and I was backing the grill up out of the truck, and I was standing on the tailgate, and I was like, all right, I'm getting close to the tailgate. I need to lower myself and get off so, I don't slip and fall because it's been raining. So as I'm trying to lower myself so I don't slip off and fall, I slip off and fall right onto the concrete on my back. And I'm like, fuck, that hurt. So I get up and I look over at my buddy Cody, and he just looks down and goes, John? And I'm like, yeah. And I follow his gaze down to my leg, and I just sliced my leg open.
Bad. It was deep.
It wasn't bad. It was it's about 3 inches long, about half an inch wide, and a half inch deep.
It was really deep. It was the worst cut that I've ever seen in my life. He comes around the side of the truck to show me, because I'm down at the end of the driveway, and it's just white. It hasn't even bled at that point. It was just straight up white. And I'm like, that's not okay. We need to go now.
And I look at her and I go, well, just a second. I look back at Cody and I go, hey, I know we were about to go to Best Buy. Can you still go for me and get that thing I needed? And he was like, go to the hospital, John. And I go, okay, yeah, I'm about to. But, will you still go to Best Buy, please? I still want to get that done. He goes, yes, just go to the hospital. And I was like, all right, cool, thanks. I can still help, get the grill down off first. And they're like, no, just go. We got this. And I was like, okay, don't have to be rude.
It was gross. It was so gross.
So I got some paper towels, put some pressure on it, went to the ER, and they put some stitches on me. Got 2 disposable stitches on the inside.
Dissolvable.
What'd I say?
Disposable.
Sorry, yeah.
All stitches are disposable.
Those 2 dissolvable stitches on the inside and 11 on the outside to keep its trap shut.
Yeah. Pretty gnarly.
Yeah, gotta go light for a little bit, but, that's doing all good. Luckily, there was no pain.
Yep. But it's been quite a weekend. So we are trucking along and taking it as it comes.
It's been quite a Labor Day weekend.
Yep. It has been something.
Yeah.
But you want to lighten it by telling us a funny story?
Sure. So my first story was submitted by ImFeelingWhimsical. And she says, this was a few years ago. So I was working one day at the restaurant where I'm still employed. It was a particularly slow day, so I would casually wander off into the back of the kitchen to exchange some texts with my correspondents.
Correspondence, so fancy.
2 of those correspondents was my boyfriend at the time and my father in a separate thread. They were both responding to me at lightning speed, so I was constantly going back and forth between the 2, sometimes not looking at the name of the person I was texting.
Dangerous.
Very risky.
Very risky.
She says, I was feeling pretty frisky this particular day, so I went to text my then boyfriend, anal tonight? I hit send. I looked at the name, and to my absolute horror, I realized I had made a blunder and sent the horny in the moment message to my dad.
No.
My coworker up front said all he could hear from the kitchen was my voice shouting no. I knew I had to save myself. I immediately texted my dad again, this time saying, sorry, autocorrect. I meant to say, doing anything fun tonight?
What kind of autocorrect is that? You could have come up with something better.
I don't know.
That was a fast save, though.
I was going to say. My dad just responded with, ha ha ha, that's funny, and then tells me his plans to play cards with his friends that evening.
Oh my god.
I don't know if he believed my lie, but either way, we never brought it up again, and I think we both prefer not to. Definitely one of the most mortifying moments of my life.
Yep, he probably definitely doesn't want to talk about it either.
Right? Yeah, that's one of those moments that it's better to hope he believed it than to know the truth.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
And I think that was kind of a good save. Kind of. Like, it was fast.
It's like a whole sentence for one word.
I just type in anal and it immediately comes up with, what did it say? Doing anything fun.
Yeah.
Or like, I type doing anything fun and then it autocorrects to anal.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
Like these weird shortcuts on the phone. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know, I don't know a lot of dads. I'll just let that slide, but like.
Yeah.
They probably knew what happened and it was like, all right, I don't want to fuck with that.
Right. They're like, nope, not touching that.
Also, who taught you how to sext? Like, just anal tonight and that's it? Like, you gotta step your game up. That was very quick and curt, like, hey, you down for this very specific thing in the bedroom? Like, I don't know.
Whatever. If you got some kind of message like that, you'd still be like, yeah, like...
Yeah, but like you just I don't know, there's better ways to do it.
Yeah.
You gotta step up your game a little.
I mean, we
just
don't know
saying.
what they were saying before that or whatever, but
That's true.
Anywho. Yeah, your dad doesn't want to know. For sure. Okay, you ready for men?
I am.
Okay, so this story is from Travis.
Travis Scott.
Probably.
I figured, we've gotten pretty big lately.
He's got a story for us too. So he says, I was quote unquote handling my business and business was good one day and performed the courtesy flush.
Wait.
What?
So he was pooping?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, it just kind of took off. Like my business could be an innuendo for a lot of different things.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. No, he means going poop.
Gotcha. Cool.
Taking the kids to the pool.
Cutting some rope.
Yeah. He says, my girlfriend's bowl is pretty small, so it wasn't uncommon for me to feel some water hitting my frontal area when I flushed it.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I flushed and water cascaded over my dick, and then it engulfed my balls, and then my ass cheeks, and then my asshole. Before I knew it, my turds were trying to swim back up my ass, and I was floating in my own piss and shit as the toilet was overflowing while I was sitting on top of it.
Oh my god.
That would be the worst feeling ever. The grossest feeling.
You just feel something like gently start bumping against your butt.
God, no.
That's gross.
Says I could only imagine I had a look of concern on my face as I try and figure out how I'm going to plunge the toilet, covered in shit and piss, with my pants around my ankles, hovering over the commode like an umpire calling the World Series without getting said shit and piss all over the bathroom and my clean shoes.
I mean, it's getting there.
Right? Like,
you gotta work fast, bud.
It's going down. And by that I mean it's not going down.
No, it's coming back up.
Says I managed to fish the plunger between my legs and plunge it like an Amish woman churning butter until the water subsided.
Why would you get up?
By that, right? I'm like, are you still sitting and you pushed the plunger in between your legs?
He's like, I'm not done pooping. This has to go.
So like your dick's just on top of the plunger as it's plunging?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it so much.
He's rubbing the wood with his balls
Get a fucking splinter. Okay. Says, but I still couldn't sit back down. So he did stand up, it sounds like. I don't know. I don't get it. Logistics. But I couldn't sit back down because I'm still covered in shit and piss. So off came my clothes and very delicately but swiftly I dove into the shower. If you're a courtesy flusher, keep this story in mind because I assure you, it's a place that you don't want to find yourself.
I will say, I've never taken a shit so big I had to do a courtesy flush. Maybe so long, like you're just there for a while and it starts stinking a lot.
I was going to say, that's the only time I've really done a courtesy flush, is if it's a little stinky and I don't want to be with that anymore.
But, like, not volume.
Yeah. No, that's a lot. I can't imagine the, like, water and stuff bumping your bum as you're sitting there. Ugh.
Side note, did you know there's a website you can go to measure poops?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't doubt it.
You can rate, judge, and comment on other people's poops.
Gross.
Yes, I've been to it once.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I was like in junior high, and I heard about it, and I was like, okay. I like got onto it, and I was like, I gotta check this out. And like one of the top posts was like literally, it looked like a small log.
Wow.
It was insane. It was. Ugh. It was a piece of art, if you will.
No, it was not. I won't. So. Oh man.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Wait, what was the ending?
If you're a courtesy flusher, watch out.
Wait, so he was just standing there? It ended like with him naked and...
He took a shower. He said he dove into the shower.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, sorry. So confused. I feel like it just kind of dropped off at the last minute.
Yeah.
Alright, well, you're fucking dumb, so... That's a lot of fucking shit.
Right.
You're just full of it. I'm sorry. So my second story is from BobbyDontCare.
No, they don't.
Oh, but every single person going to higher education will care.
Oh, God.
So, this isn't an online gambling horror story. It's something much, much dumber. Today I got a call telling me that I had lost all of my scholarship for the college I am attending. My first thoughts were, this has to be a joke, right? Nope. Fuck me. I come from a pretty lower middle class family, and since I wanted to go to college, I had to get a scholarship for it. I worked tirelessly to get the grades and scores to be able to go to my dream school, and I did. I was granted about $80,000, give or take.
Wow.
Just one condition. I had to maintain an overall GPA of 3.0. Easy, right?
Okay.
I can get a couple of B's. After a year of cutting it pretty damn close, I came out with a 3.1 GPA. Even though I would keep my tuition being paid for, I still wanted a little more room for comfort, so I enrolled in a couple of online summer classes for easy A's if you do the work on time.
Okay.
After a few days of this, I realized the risk was not worth the reward, so I dropped all of my classes while there was still some time. For a while, that was that until I got a call this afternoon. Hello, is this dumb fucking idiot?
If only they said that for real.
Right? We regret to inform you that your scholarship has been terminated due to an inability to maintain the agreed upon grade point average, blah blah blah, you're fucked.
Oh my god.
I didn't know how this was possible, so I opened my computer for the first time since the beginning of the summer. Right there in the middle of my screen was a page asking confirmation if I really wanted to drop this class or not.
Oh.
I never actually dropped the class, so I received a 0 on every single one of my assignments. My 3.1 GPA went to a 2.9, and my $60,000 I had left in scholarships went to 0, all because I didn't click one goddamn button. That
sucks so bad.
Like, that has to be one of the worst misclicks ever.
Yeah.
Like, that is... Like I said, everyone that's ever gone to school...
Yeah.
feels you right now, because like that one little error cost you $80,000.
Yeah. And I mean, sometimes will ask you like 2 or 3 times to confirm that you want to do it.
Right.
So.
Or in like some convoluted way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really hope that there's something that you can do, because like that's life altering.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be set up super well for a scholarship, but instead you might have to get a loan instead, and you know, that changes your life, and there's just, that's heart-wrenching, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, that sucks so much. But I want to know how, like, you missed all these assignments, and your GPA went from a 3.1 to a 2.9. Like, that's barely any of a drop.
Right. Yeah, that's not a huge drop.
No, not at all. And I just really hope there's, like, some way to get around it. Something he can call. To
get a counselor involved or something.
Exactly. Like, hey, you know... It was right here. I didn't know what happened.
Like, clearly this isn't my work history of what I would be doing.
Exactly. So. Just not even going to any of the classes, no nothing. Like, they can look that up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that shit really sucks, man. Hopefully everything turns out.
Yep. Fingers crossed. Okay, my second story is by Cantothulu.
The what?
Cantothulu.
Okay.
It's kind of like Cthulhu.
Oh, gotcha.
So it says, this is a short one and an albeit small fuck up, but I cringed so hard after realizing what I did that I wanted to share it with you all.
Nice.
I have a small house in the middle of the block. Neighbors to the left have kids and are working from home, so they don't do much yard work. Neighbors to the right moved out and the landlord hasn't taken care of the backyard in months. I'm suffering from post-COVID fatigue and can barely bring myself to mow my lawn, let alone try to handle the dozens of scrub trees and weeds. Some are taller than my garage, encroaching upon my yard from all sides.
Yeah, that shit sucks.
Yeah, John and I have both had COVID.
Back in January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the very first of the year, and it sucks so bad. And like, even now, I, for the most part, can't smell. Mm-hmm. Like, there's so many issues that can follow you.
And the fatigue is one of the worst.
Oh, yeah. That took forever.
Yeah, you go from the couch to the kitchen and you're like gasping for breath because you're so worn out and exhausted. That sucks.
Yeah. It says the back fence has become tangled in a thick foot of vines, and I also have a Chinese wisteria that has grown out of control. It was starting to grow onto all the fence-lined trees in neighbor's garage, which I looked up what a Chinese wisteria is. Because I had no idea. It's really pretty.
Is it?
Yeah.
You gonna show me?
Yeah.
It is really pretty.
It looks like it's got like purple drapey flowers and like...
Yeah.
Like, so at least it's something pretty that's taking over. Like,
it looks like the mixture between a cherry blossom and a weeping willow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very pretty. Mm-hmm. But he says, I needed help. I found a great service on Google for my area. Wonderful prices. The crew came right out and got to work. They tore through my backyard like a tree trimming tornado. They cut back the wisteria beautifully. I was very impressed. I paid the crew, gave them a huge tip, and wanted to let the boss know how great of work they had done. So I wrote up a little Google review.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
He says, in quotes, it's blank's services are highly recommended. Thorough, fast and clean. Reasonable prices. Shout out to Steve on an amazing rim job.
Oh my god. What the hell?
Says I didn't notice until the owner texted me and thanked me for the review before asking me to please edit it. I was like, sure, why? He said, LOL, you'll see. He said, I reread it and just face palmed. The owner was like, thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah.
Like,
he's like, man, I got a wife and kids. I don't need like that kind of shit popping up.
We do not do happy endings.
Yeah. Damn.
Like, Steve's not even part of the crew. Like,
yeah, he was just some like neighbor.
Right. Just some guy that comes in off the street.
It was the intern.
Right, yeah. Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Poor
Hilarious.
Steve.
Poor Steve. But he did great at it, so.
So my third story was submitted by Chryso L.
Okay.
And he says...
Oh, that's our second story from him, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. And so he says, okay, so some background. I, a 25-year-old male, have been a film photographer my whole life. I primarily shoot 35mm film and get it developed at various pharmacies, i.e. CVS.
Okay.
So my most recent role contained nudes that show my face. This isn't uncommon, as some of my photography is deliberately provocative or used for soliciting hookups on Grindr, which, do your hustle. All I can say is that my bussy is showing along with my dick in the series of photos on this particular roll of film. Like I said, do your hustle, you do you, man. So it was sent out the first week of August, and I just picked it up from my local pharmacy this past Monday. When I got home, I looked at the prints along with it. And they are some hot nudes, just like I had anticipated.
He's like, hot cha-cha.
Right? However, when I went to download the images off of the CD that is provided, the photos were of some toddler's birthday party.
Ugh.
I was shook. I called the CVS and told them I received wrong photos on the CD, and they told me it happens sometimes and that another person likely received my photos instead.
Oh, God.
However, they would call the film company on my behalf and send over the photos so they can download them on a CD and I can pick it up.
Oh, my God.
So basically, they called back and my lost nudes got sent back to the pharmacy. They downloaded the photos and obviously saw the content. I went to pick up the CD and it was like a 16-year-old girl working the front counter was so red in the face from handling the CD. The cherry on top was that in the envelope containing the CD was a thumbnail print showing all of the photos that it contains, and it has 2 larger photos featured to highlight the contents.
Oh, my God.
Of course, the 2 large photos were of my ass and dick, so I'm pretty sure the woman behind me in line could see that as well. Fuck my life, I'm never going back to my local pharmacy again. We will never know who received the original CDs containing my nudes.
They know.
Oh, yeah.
They will never forget.
Hopefully, y'all get some enjoyment out of this because my roommate thought the story was hilarious and I'm still riding the waves of embarrassment.
Oh, my God.
And, like, that is hilarious. But I always thought that explicit pictures like that were all, like, thrown out from, like, giant chain companies.
You know, I feel like I've heard that, too.
Right?
I don't know.
I've always heard that, and I've heard it's to, like, fight sex trafficking and child porn, like, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you try to get them developed at, like, a Walmart or something, or, like, yeah, CVS, then after they're developed, they, like, throw out, like, the bad ones.
Yeah.
You have to go somewhere else that's, like, not a giant chain company or a corporation, and, like, they'll do it. Or maybe there's, like, explicit not rules, but, like, things or ways to ask, like, hey, this is me, like, I'm trying to do this.
Yeah, maybe. Or, I mean, if they look at the pictures, they're probably like, oh, this is a grown man's dick. Like, this is okay.
Like, oh, nice dick, man, as they hand the picture over. Either way, though, that 16-year-old girl is probably more embarrassed than you anyway.
Yeah,
so
probably.
Don't sweat it.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, my third story is by Vanessa Cardio. And she says, I'll make this short and as sweet as possible, although not sure sweet is the right adjective. One afternoon, I felt like I was getting a yeast infection in my lady garden.
That is not sweet.
Huh?
That is not sweet.
No, it's not. She said a yeast infection in my lady garden. My foof. My penis flytrap.
What?
That is my favorite.
Oh my god.
My penis flytrap. My downstairs mix-up. Thanks, the mighty Boosh. Whatever your word of choice is for the vagina.
That's awesome. It's all Greg.
I just love my penis flytrap.
That is good.
That is hilarious. But I thought, it doesn't feel that bad. It might be able to clear up on its own, or I'll get some over-the-counter thrush medication on my lunch break at work tomorrow. No big deal. It was a big deal. Also, I didn't know this before, but thrush is just like a much prettier word for yeast infection, basically.
Huh. I didn't know that either.
Right. Around midnight, when all pharmacies around me within walking distance had long closed, I realized the problem was worse than I had anticipated. I'll spare you the gory details, but I needed something immediately for my vajayjay.
Oh.
Which, been there. I've literally left our apartment when we were in the apartment at like 3 a.m. before to like go out and find somewhere that was open.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, that was, oof, bad times. Okay, she says, so I Googled home remedies for thrush. And I come across an article from the depths of hell itself, aka Mumsnet, that suggested inserting a piece of garlic inside your fandango. The logic being that adding garlic directly to dough will kill the yeast. I never thought of my whispering eye as bread dough before, but I was truly desperate. So, here I am, legs akimbo, inserting a piece of garlic with a string tied around it into my downstairs, hoping to God that it doesn't get stuck so I don't have to explain why I've basted myself like a spring chicken to a doctor.
Good forethought, though.
Right?
Putting the string around it.
Right? So as I do the deed, and then something really strange starts to happen. I can actually taste the garlic.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Yep. Because I've told you, because I've literally tried this before.
Oh.
Yeah.
The garlic?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But I did not have the forethought to put a string around it.
What the fuck?
But it was able to come out just fine.
Jesus Christ.
But no, you can literally then taste the garlic.
Wild.
Right? And it says, so of course, I think I'm going mad, but I do a quick Google, and some other unfortunate people, me, had reported the same thing, and apparently there is some kind of link between the mouth and the vag. Then I slowly come to an even worse realization. How often am I tasting my own vagina?
I don't think it's like that.
Never thought about it like that, though.
It's probably because you probably wouldn't taste that because it's like normalized.
Yeah. Well, and garlic, especially when it's directly into you, is like so strong.
Yeah.
Too.
Like, what do your teeth taste like?
Right? Ew, I don't like thinking about that. Let's not. Okay. Nope. Oh, okay. It says, anyways, needless to say, the garlic did not work and actually made the thrush a whole lot worse.
Aww.
And now I have to go on with my life tainted, no pun intended, with the knowledge that at any moment I could be tasting my own hoo-ha.
Jeez.
Which, yeah, like I said, I can attest to that experience, and it is terrible and does not work. Please don't do it, ladies.
Yeah, that needs to be like stricken off the internet.
Right?
That's bad advice.
Yep. But
you guys aren't an actual bakery.
Yeah. Well, the logic of it kind of makes sense.
Is it the same kind of yeast though?
I don't know.
Probably not.
Not. I feel like it is. I have no idea. I mean, I'm not a fucking doctor. I don't know. But
still, don't do that. Don't put garlic
weird.
in your penis fly traps.
My penis fly trap. My leaky valve.
God, stop.
But those are my stories. You got anything to add?
Don't fall off of trucks.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yep.
And if you do it on your work time.
On your work time. Yeah.
Get that paycheck.
Yeah. Get that work money.
Yep.
Yep. I don't know much of anything either. Just ready for hoping for a weekend from the weekend, but
and a speedy recovery.
Yep, speedy recovery. But thank you for listening.
Yep.
If you have stories you want to submit, then you can submit them from our website or any of the handles on the outro.
And that's it.
Yep.
So we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
So, you may have made a mistake today, but at least you didn't mess up as badly as the people we discussed. If you did, we would love to hear about it, and we may even feature your story on an upcoming episode. You can find us online at www.savagelydelightful.buzzsprout.com, on Twitter at savage_delight, and on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at savagelydelightful. If you like what you heard today and you want to show your support, please consider donating to us on Patreon at patreon.com/savagelydelightful. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss future episode releases, and please consider leaving us a review so that it's easier for others to find our podcast. Thanks, bye!